Bergonund was not just some random landholder. He was the brother-in-law of King Eirik and Queen Gunhild. He had powerful allies and influence at court. He believed that he was untouchable, that the law did not apply to him. He was not happy about losing his inheritance, and he was furious that Thorolf had arranged for Egil to marry Asgard. Egil, accompanied by his father Skallagrim, travels to Norway to claim his wife's inheritance. They approach Bergonund, expecting a peaceful, if perhaps tense, transfer of property. They are met with arrogance and defiance. Bergonund essentially tells Egil to get lost. He has no intention of handing over the land. He knows he has the backing of the king and the queen. This is where the so-called Viking legal system comes into play. Egil's only recourse is to take the matter to the Gula Assembly, the regional legal assembly for Western Norway. The Gula Assembly was a gathering of freemen who met to settle disputes, make laws, and pass judgments. In theory, it was a place where justice could be found, but in practice, it was often influenced by power and politics. The king or his representatives held significant sway at these assemblies. While they weren't supposed to directly interfere in legal proceedings, their presence alone could be enough to influence the outcome. A powerful chieftain or a favorite of the king could often get away with things that a common farmer could not. Egil presents his case to the assembly, arguing that the inheritance rightfully belongs to his wife. But Bergonund, backed by the silent but ever-present authority of King Eirik and Queen Gunhild, refuses to budge. He likely knows that the assembly will not rule against him, no matter what the law says. The assembly is adjourned without a resolution, essentially a victory for Bergonund. Egil is furious. He has been denied justice, publicly humiliated, and cheated out of his rightful inheritance. He has tried to follow the law, and he has been met with blatant corruption. It is clear he will need to take matters into his own hands if he wants to see justice. Egil decides to retaliate against Bergonund and King Eirik. First, he intercepts and seizes a large amount of tribute that was being gathered by some of Erik's men.